live in the moment because what is right now is absolute and it can't be changed. No matter what you do now, the past can't be changed. So what you do today can and will affect tomorrow. Today I wanted to share something personal with the world to see if it's any other like-minded people like myself. For the longest time growing up, I had this problem when it came to accepting any kind of praise, whether it be from my mom, teachers, coaches, friends, and family alike. I had a problem when it came to accepting any kind of praise. It was if I was the living embodiment of the term work and keep your head down. I wanted the spotlight as far away from me as possible. And I know I mentioned earlier that I tried to do things to not be noticed, but subconsciously I was like, let me be noticed. It was this push and pull affair that I was having with myself because I hated the spotlight, but I was always infatuated by its beauty and the shine that it gave off, if that makes sense. Anytime I would get any form of celebration or congratulations, I would always rebut it with, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, so it's no big deal. I even still have a bit of trouble to this day with fighting off that urge to say, well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm on the right track. My ambition to do the right thing was driven to get praise. Now, this was growing up, and I didn't really break out of this cycle until about 3 to 4 years ago after I left home, when I had to gain confidence. Because once I flew away from the bird nest, the world hit me hard when I realized that, okay, working and keeping your head down doesn't generate results. You have to have pride in what you do and be able to explain how you did it and why you did it that way in order to stand out from your peers. It's made it more easier for me to step out and be different because I refuse to let someone take the credit for my hard work and my creativity, because if you allow yourself to become a doormat, people will step all over you. And I refuse to be a doormat. And you're probably thinking, when was it that I came to this realization? Well, it was after a conversation I had with my dad. We were having this long conversation, and I told him everything was too fun for me because I was always quick with it. So any of my comebacks would, I guess, lead to a laugh rather than having a serious conversation about life and what it was that I was supposed to be prepared for. So everything I learned was kind of on my own, and I had to, I guess, gain my own wisdom through life experiences. So anything that I'm telling you now is actually from self-realization with a splash of advice from mom and dad and sister and family members and friends here and there. But for the most part, everything is just me figuring it out as I go along. And what really shook me was when I was told, well, son, you didn't need it because we knew what you were capable of. And that made me think that, huh, so I was supposed to come to my own self-realization. And I always think, what if I had never realized my capabilities or what I was able to do? What if I would have slipped and fell? But life can't be lived with hypotheticals. So you shouldn't live your life based simply off of hypotheticals. You should live in the moment because what is right now is absolute and it can't be changed. No matter what you do now, the past can't be changed. So what you do today can and will affect tomorrow. And that's how I started living my life, and that's how I started to gain confidence in these meetings. Now, most of these realizations came by way of therapy. Not saying that anyone else may need therapy, but it helps to have someone to evaluate your mannerisms and the way you communicate, to see you in your natural state versus the biased opinion of a friend or a family member, because they may pull their punches, and the therapists, they get paid by the hour, so they have no reason to lie to you. But as was the purpose of this video, is there anyone who's had, I guess, a similar experience when it came to not wanting to accept praise or pushing back when it came to getting too much praise? If so, feel free to drop a comment. I love to, I guess, have a dialogue to see if there's any similarities. That's all for now. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.